Farm to Flame Energy leverages biomass solutions from existing farmers to turn their valuable waste into a fuel and an electricity source. In many developing countries such as Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo, farmers and agriculture accounts up to more than 50% of their economic value. In certain cases, they have more waste than they know what to do with, and it actually ends up becoming a payment and a toll that they have to pay in order to get their waste removed. That's either to a plant or just the waste dump. In 2010, Will McKnight, the CEO of Farm to Flame Energy, his parents, specifically his grandfather and his uncle, patented a combustion process in which they burned powdered biomass, which was dried out to a very low water percent, and the process was found to be smokeless and odorless. The process was also found to emit less nitrous oxides than a lot of biomass competitors. Will grew up around this process and decided at Syracuse University, where he met me, that he wanted to commercialize it. He felt that it had potential in electricity generation. And this year we formed the team Farm to Flame Energy, in which we just incorporated in July out of Delaware, July 2018. Currently, I have led the engineering team through design of our first generator unit, and Will McKnight right now is in Nigeria speaking with the Ministry of Energy and many other electrical officials in Nigeria for the deployment of our first unit. Our first unit will be a 70 kilowatt universal biomass solution that takes feedstocks that range from cacao pod husks to rice husks to bamboo. We'll be burning them and producing electricity in our process. The generators will be sold to not only the Nigerian government, but existing utilities companies in the DRC, which already provide renewable energy. Our generator will then stand as a backup generator for them to replace their backup diesel generators, and they will supply power to existing cities. In terms of remote power for those who do not have electricity, we will be providing solutions later down the line in order to accommodate a place that doesn't have any power sources. And so our technology basically consists of the grinder to grind the fuel and to dry it, to process it, and to energy densify it, and then the generator to generate the fuel. We will have certain storage aspects to store power for remote locations in order to start them up on their own. Right now, we are also in the talks with many officials to build a fuel plant in Nigeria in which we will be controlling the fuel that goes into these generators, and we will be controlling the process of how people can get their fuel and power their generators the right way every time. However, we still would like to give people the option to buy their grinder later down the line. Farm to Flame Energy has multiple aspirations. We're currently fortifying our tech right now. We're in our seed round to build out our beta unit, and we have letters of intent and contracts with all of our existing manufacturers for every part necessary to build our unit. Just tomorrow, I'm going over to Factory Unlocked to talk about some manufacturing space. I've already visited multiple manufacturing sites, and we are really just narrowing it down to the wire as to where we need to be. We plan to most likely get some Farm to Flame technicians out in Pittsburgh to conduct manufacturing over here, even though our incubator is in Syracuse. The McGinnis Venture Competition is a great opportunity to showcase what we've been learning and doing over the past year. Also to talk about the plans that we have for the future. For what we know right now, we are walking out of Nigeria by the end of next week with the contract for 5 units for our 70 kilowatt generator. We will be raising as much capital as we can outside of what will already be given to us in order to sustain auxiliary costs and operating costs of our manufacturing.